Hello everyone, welcome to Well Coach. Today we are going to talk about financial literacy. Let's get started. So, what is financial literacy? Generally, in our colleges or in any educational institutes, they teach only about how to get certified and how to get a job. And most of the financial literacy, whatever we get it from our elders based on their experience, whatever savings they do. They just translate that to us, and we also follow the same trend by doing the same kind of savings. But apart from savings, there is much more thing which you need to understand, and that's when you will be financially stable. It's all about money management. What is the income and what is the outflow? Let's talk about that. So now that you know what is financial literacy, let's talk how to manage our budget, how to do the budget planning month on month, and how can we split our income and what should be our outflow. So whenever we get a salary and whenever you're doing your financial planning, make sure that you are spending 30% for necessity, which is food, water, and shelter. That's 30% of your 30% of your salary should be dedicated to your necessity, all the needs. And then we need to dedicate 30% to our expenses. Expenses like if you want to purchase any uh, home appliances, TV, fridge, or furniture, whatever it is. Just think whether it's a must have or good to have. If it is must have, go and buy for it. And if it is good to have, try to avoid that. And then next 20%, 20 to 30% should be spent on entertainment, like watching movies or going out for parties, traveling, holiday trips. So all this should be planned in 20 to 30% of your salary. So it can be a 20 to 30% of your monthly salary, or it can be a yearly salary. So dedicate that part so that you can have a enjoyable life as well. And then now 10 to 20% of your income should be spent on investments. So there are many kinds of investments like fixed deposit, mutual funds, gold, land, stocks. So we will talk where to invest and why to invest in few minutes. Hope this budget planning is very clear. It's a simple budget planning, but if you reach out to any financial management services, they will provide you a detailed plan based on your income. And now let's talk about assets and liabilities. So most people are very much confused with these assets and liabilities. So what is an asset and what is a liability? Let's talk about assets. Assets are something which gives you money, and liabilities are something which take money from your pocket. The simple terminology, but most people think that buying a home is an asset. But in fact, what happens is that they take loan more than their capacity and end up paying more than the property value, and it is not an asset until you complete the loan. And even after you complete the loan, if you're letting it out and if you're making money, rental income out of that, that's when it is called an asset. So liabilities are like, even for example, if you buy a car thinking that it's my need and it's a luxury, but in fact you end up paying more taxes, road taxes, and insurance, and every day you spend on fuel, and after a few years the car value will also depreciate, and nowhere it is giving you any money. It is always taking money out of your pocket. But whereas if you are buying a car and letting it out for cab travels, then you are making money out of that. That's when it becomes an asset, which is because it is giving you money. But whereas if you buy a car and use it for your personal use, it's a liability. Hope differentiation between assets and liability is very clear now. Now just make a note of all your properties, vehicles, and business, whatever you have, and differentiate what is an asset and what is a liability. Okay, now it comes to investments. So when it comes to investment, most people follow what their parents say. Just invest in land, or just invest in gold, or just invest in fixed deposit. So I will tell you some differentiation. First of all, why to invest? Because why we should invest is because every year the inflation is around 7 to 8%. And if you are saving 100 rupees, next year the value of 100 rupees will be only 92 rupees. Similarly, if you are saving money for 10 years, you are losing almost 8% every year, which means 80% is lost. So after 10 years, Whatever is costing 20 rupees today, it will cost 100 rupees after 10 years. So but just by saving money, you cannot grow the money. It will just depreciate. So that's why we should start investing. And you can invest in multiple things: fixed deposits, mutual funds, gold. When it comes to fixed deposits and mutual funds, you get almost 6 to 7%. And in mutual funds, you get approximately 10 to 12% if you choose the best mutual fund, which is again tallying up with your inflation. So it is not growing. Your money is not at all growing. It is just matching with the existing year, current year. So investing in mutual funds or fixed deposits is a safe idea, but not a best idea. And when to start investing? Many people ask me this question: what is the right time to start investing? I would say the moment you start your job, just for the first 3 months or 6 months, fulfill all your dreams, like whatever you want to buy, good clothes or a bike or whatever it is. Once after you fulfill your dreams for the first 6 months, then start investing every month. Start investing 10 to 20% of your salary every month on month. And where to invest? We have to invest in stocks, because as I told, mutual funds and fixed deposits will give you only 8 to 12%, which will tally to the inflation. But whereas if you pick up right stocks and invest in good stocks, it can give you good returns of 20 to 30% as well. And which stock to choose is very simple. Just select any of these stocks in Nifty 50, which you are aware of, which you know fundamentally that this company is doing good, and invest in that company. And also just tally what is your budget and what is the best stock for you. For example, if you want to invest 1000 rupees and if you want to buy 5 stocks, just find out the stock which is trading at around 200 rupees and invest in that. And not don't just do it in for 1 month. Just keep investing every month, and only then you will see the returns after few years. And how much to invest? As I said, 10% is minimal, and if you're comfortable, go and invest 20% as well. Hope this video helped in understanding financial literacy. If you have any questions, you can comment in the chat window and we'll be able to answer you. Thanks for watching this video. Wealthcoach.co.in is our website, and this is our WhatsApp and Telegram number 9491909020, and our Twitter handle is WealthCoachTeam. Follow us and please like and subscribe. Thank you.